Hello, friends. So, my name is Brittany Eicher. I own my wreath company that I call Redemption Ropes. I have a Facebook page and my personal page, and then I just recently opened an Etsy store as well, so that's super exciting. But today what I wanted to do was show you, because I've had a lot of questions on how I work with my ropes and what my ropes are, what are they made of, how do I stiffen them, and different questions like that. So I thought I would make a quick video for you guys to show you what a lariat actually is. So these are my lariats, okay? This is a very stiff rope. This is the way it comes, just like this. This is a cowboy's rope that they use when they're lassoing, lassoing cattle or horses for training, or for rodeo, or being able to doctor an animal out on the range. This is the rope that a cowboy is going to carry on his saddle, and then he pulls it out and he's going to make a loop out of this, and he spins it around to make it big. Oh, see, my rope is tangled, so I can't even get it. There we go. We make a big loop like this, and you spin it around your head. Anyway, there's not much space in here for me to actually show you how to do the lasso, but that's what this is, okay? I don't stiffen these. This is how these come. They have a tassel end on one side, and this is a nylon rope that is twisted and braided and covered in wax. And it's a very specific item. I do not cut these. I do not dye these. This is how they come, okay? So what I do to get these ready is I like to start at the knot end. The other end is going to be your hondu. This is the hondu, okay? It's a loop, and the rope goes through the loop, and this is how the cowboys catch the cows. But we don't need that end yet. We're going to start here. I grab these, and these have a coil and kind of a little bit of a life to them because they're stiff, so they have to be coiled appropriately. Otherwise, you're going to have tangles or kinks in your rope. So I like to kind of just let these fall in like this, and my video is kind of zoomed in. I can't unzoom it though, so that's just what you're going to be able to see. I'll scooch back as far as I can. So I just pick up coil after coil. I make sure that they are going the right direction, and I'm gonna coil these around. Now, I've practiced and done a lot of ropes, so I have kind of an idea about what size I tend to make my wreaths, and I like to fit my wreaths into an 18 by 18 inch box when I ship them, because it keeps the shipping prices lower. So I've coiled this rope up. I have made sure that my hondu is pointed in a downward motion on my circle, because a cowboy always makes sure that his hondu is ready to pull out and use. Then I lay my rope on the ground. I pull out my tape measure, and I like to measure to make sure I have about a 17-inch circle before I wire it, so that by the time I put my flowers on, my design is still going to fit inside that 18-inch box. So I am right at about 17 inches on this rope. And again, that's just from practice, because I kind of know what size my coils tend to be because I've done so many of these. So it might take you some time. If you're going to ever try one, you might have to practice and kind of redo your rope a little bit. Now, the next thing that I'm going to take is my wire. I'm going to use about a 24 to 26 inch length of fencing wire. This is literally a roll of fencing wire from the feed and tack store. This happens to be Red Brand electric fence wire. It says 17-inch gauge. I like the higher gauge wire for this part of the project, because this part of the project has to hold up to a lot of wear and tear. So this is going to be my first main thing that I am going to coil. I pinch it together with my legs. Then I'm going to take my wire. I go under my loops, and I pull it up towards myself, and I twist it very tightly this direction. Okay? Then I'm going to go under and grab it and come up around again. So I've gone around my coils several times. Then I'm going to take it and I pull it apart, and I twist my hands around and around very tightly Again, this is going to take some practice. I've done this. I know how much tension it takes. My hands are used to the coils on the rope. My hands are used to the wire gauge that I use, and I make these very, very, very tight. So I've gone around and around and around, wired it up. I've twisted my wire all the way around, and now I've got some extra. So then I take my handy duty fencing tool right from the bucket out of the horse pasture, and I'm going to take this, and it's got wire cutters on the side, and I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail, and I'll show you why. I like to take and leave a little bit of this. I cut it, and then this is just trash. Now I've still got a little bit of a tail here, and then I just fold this on down. I like to leave extra tail because I don't want any chance for this part of my design to ever come undone. So I leave some of that twist, and then I just tuck it over to make sure this is never going to come undone. And there you have it. This is wired and ready to be designed on, and it's just ready to go. So I hope you've enjoyed this little informational video about my lariats. Kind of a little side note, I like to teach people lariat is the noun. That is the item. This is a lariat. Lasso is the verb. So you're going to use that as, I'm going to go lasso the cow with my lariat. This is not a lasso. Most people will call it a rope or a lariat, not a lasso. It's just a little thing that I like to be specific about because I am a roper, I'm a cowgirl and a horse trainer, and so I like to use the proper terms and to teach that to other folks. I can kind of tell if you know what you're talking about based on the terms that you use. So don't call this a lasso, okay? Then I know you're a green buckaroo. Be specific. This is a lariat. All right, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you again later. Bye for now.